Did they email us back?
Let me check. No, they haven't emailed us back.
Okay.
It's not a phase, Mom. Do you guys even care what's inside of this thing? Well, let's just go over the boot information. So the brand is Demonia. The style is a Swing 815. The color is black vegan leather, obviously cruelty free. The weight is 2 pounds, 14 ounces. I don't even know how many ounces are in a pound. The price is $125 and they're made in China. Now let's go over the information we can gather about this thing before we cut it in half. And like I mentioned, it's a vegan leather and it's clearly just a cheap, terrible, fake leather upper, just like my parents love for me. The zipper is a YKK zipper, which is, it's actually pretty good for this price point. Like, you don't want to see anything other than a YKK. And each boot has 16 buckles that actually do help with the adjustment, because you can kind of adjust it to your own dainty little ankles. But it's still a fake leather, and I guarantee I can just rip one of these things off. Let me just try this. So clearly they're not gonna hold up very well. I can just rip them off. And it does have 8 protective plates that go all the way up the shin to help protect you when kicking the patriarchy in the crotch. Next to the lining, so it's just a cheap lining. It's just some sort of nylon or polyester lining. And it is fairly plush and moisture wicking for your blood, sweat, and tears. It's okay to cry. I cry. Next to the construction, so this boot is fully cemented construction with a fake Goodyear welt, and I hate fake Goodyear welts because they're really just cheap, posing as premium, and like, I just can't stand posers. I hate it. Next to the midsole, so there's 5.5 inches of layered foam to help you tower above the weak, but the downside is you're 5 inches closer to heaven. And I don't know if there's anything on the inside of this foam, if it gives it any structure, but they literally make me 7 feet tall. Next to the outsole, so it is a soft rubber outsole with a flame tread pattern on the bottom to constantly remind me that my life is living hell, but it does seem pretty grippy, to be honest. And finally to the fit, feel, and look, and these things are pretty good for dancing and sulking and everyday activities. Now I just feel like destroying something beautiful, so let's cut these things in half. What do you want, Dad? You using my bandsaw in there? I'm sacrificing boots for my followers. You better not be cutting my 624s. No, Dad, leave me alone. Well, you better be downstairs for dinner at 7. Okay, now we got this thing cut in half. I guess let's see what's inside. So now that we can see what's inside of this thing, it's just disappointing. It's just all foam. There's no structure to it. It's just another disappointment in my already disappointing life. But at least there is a shank in here, but it is made of metal, and at this point, metal is so overdone. I'm way more into cybercore. So looking at this thing, and you've got some fiberboard in this thing and kind of like a pour-on layer, which adds some sort of comfortability, but that midsole is all just foam. And so like to me, like these things aren't horrible, but they also aren't great. And I wouldn't really plan on wearing these things more than just for a costume boot, or maybe wearing them 2 or 3 times a year, because they're just not a great boot. And so if you're considering these boots, you might want to consider something a little bit higher quality, unless you're just wanting these for boots. For $125 is a lot for a costume, and the quality isn't that great. So there is better boots out there for the price. So don't plan on these boots lasting for everyday use. They're just a costume boot. There's better boots out there. So let me know what you guys think.
Sweetheart, it's time for dinner. Get cleaned up.
Sorry guys, I gotta go to dinner, but these boots just aren't great. They're just a costume boot. Don't plan on these boots lasting for everyday use. I gotta go, sorry guys.
Did you want me to print those shipping labels?
Yeah.